Welcome, welcome. See everybody coming in. Just pulling all the Zoom stuff up here. Welcome, everyone. Can we hear me? Rami, what's good? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Like a flood of happy faces. That's right. Got it. All right, sweet. All right. Morning, David, Rainer, Keith, Vicky, Kevin, Edgar, Tom's here. I see Yogi and Mayar, I think. Maybe, hopefully I said it right. Blake's here. All right, everybody, everything sounds good. Sweet. So let me pull up. I want to show you guys something just here before we start. We have a new option for people what am I saying? We have a new option that you guys can use that can help you make you some money that we actually just started. We just launched today. So let me, while everybody's still coming in here, let me go ahead and share this right quick. See if I can get here. All right, sweet. So this is just before we get started, this is the viral video vault. What we did was we identified that there's a lot of people that wanted a lower ticket option. And so this pretty much gives them that option. It's only $27 a month. And this is something that you guys can promote as well. And the value is that it's a whole lot easier to make a sale on a $27 item than it is on a higher item. And what the viral video vault is all about is kind of what we've been learning in the classes. Jeremy says the link isn't working. Here's the link. We'll get started here in half a second, but yeah, Bruce, sure, I can demo it. Yeah, we'll talk about, yeah, I'll demo it here in a minute. But basically what it is it's, so we're going to give everybody videos that they can re-edit, kind of like you guys have been doing. And then a checklist that walks them through that they can then go post those videos, and then a method that they can use to get views on those videos, and then put their affiliate link down in like the comments and that sort of stuff. They don't even actually have to. The cool thing is here that they don't have to edit the video. So like you guys are going a step above and editing the videos and that sort of stuff. But they don't have to edit the videos with this method. They can just like repost the exact same video, or they can just throw it in TikTok and like add a sound, right? Because you can like upload it right in TikTok. You don't have to use CapCut or anything. So it should be really easy for a lot of people to do. And then they can put their affiliate link like in the comments if they don't want to do anything. So it's like it lowers the barrier to entry to go both really fast and really easy. And then you can kind of work up to stuff. And then every single month we give them new videos. So I see a bunch of questions. So the affiliate link has been approved, but isn't working. Okay. So maybe you can email support@chasereiner.com and Rena can have a look at the affiliate link. And the question, yes, they are short form videos. So we'll be doing videos that are set up for everyone that they can just go with. And that way, so hopefully that makes sense. Does that even make sense? Basically, we're going to give them a bunch of videos, new videos every single month, and then they can take those and just load them and go. Download them, simple edit in TikTok. They can go with the checklist. It's a simple few-step process, and then it just will set them up to get views on everything. And then they can put their affiliate link like right in the comments, or they can do some basic editing if they want to. Super duper easy. But we sent out some emails about it, and we literally asked people if they wanted to say yes, and we were getting a reply every 10 seconds, like all day yesterday. Yeah, content's going to start being added today. So sure, we can look at it just right quick. Somebody wanted to demo it. It is, let me find the login link. Have it on the other browser here. Hang on. Here we go. So if you go right in here, it's just like this. And so you'll have videos here, each section. So each month, this is the month right here. And then we'll have like March and April and May and that sort of stuff. And then the checklist here is basically the step-by-step walkthrough. And then the affiliate link setup is just them setting up their affiliate links. You can see we have nothing in here right now. We're starting to add the content today. Literally, I was up till midnight last night working on this stuff. And so was Chase. And so it's coming really fast, but we're going through here. But the great thing is very shortly, it'll be working for everyone. And we talked about before how you have to have most people don't buy until 7 times, and you have to have each email leads worth like 50 cents to $1. So the challenge a lot of people is running into is that short form content, or the short form riches course that we're all in right now, is right about $600. It's like 570 something or whatever. So you really need between 600 to 1200 leads to make a sale on that. Whereas with the $27 product, based on math and theory, it's not always going to work out this way. You really only need about 27 to 54 leads before you can actually start making sales on that. And then there's upsells too. And so you get paid on the upsell. So then if they, they buy that and someone comes in at a low risk offer, then they can come back and buy the short form riches course, and then you get paid on that. So it kind of walks them up the value ladder and gives them an introduction to help you make more stuff. So I'm going to show you today, we're going to learn about emails today and system and that sort of stuff, because we haven't done that, but I wanted to show you that because I'm going to basically, we're going to use that to build the stuff as we go along here. So we're going to learn how you can actually start promoting it right now. I don't know how many videos we're going to put in there. we're probably going to put more videos in there than most people can use. And then as they go each month, you can of course go back and use the older ones. Is the videos, yes, the goal is 100% always with everything we do to keep them current to the market. So like whatever is going on right now, whatever the new thing that gets launched today is by the world that is relevant, then we're going to make videos on that. All right, awesome. So let's get into, I wanted to explain what the Viral Video Vault is so that you guys have it. And then later, there's a link, maybe Rena can go ahead and stick it in here at some point here, that you guys can get it free for a month too. That way you can try it out and see what's going on. But okay, so maybe so some people's affiliate links don't work. So maybe it doesn't work today at this exact moment. Maybe there's something there, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and, yeah, I think it's worth $27 a month. I mean, it's $27 a month is a fairly easy way to, I think most people should be able to get traction, and it's like not that huge of an investment. So it doesn't feel really risky for people that are new that are coming in. So it should be fairly easy to work with, I think. So, all right. So transitioning a little bit there to what we're going to talk about today. We're in system, and previously we talked about here the funnels, how you can build a funnel, and we went through and we built some stuff like the right here. Bear with me here. I got to move Zoom out of the way and bring it over here. So we built the option here to do the short form riches one. I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate this and call it Viral Video Vault. Doesn't really matter. The landing page will work, but I want to show you how this applies today. So we have a Viral Video Vault landing page now, magically. We have two things we want to talk about here: newsletters and campaigns. So a campaign, just so that we're on the same page, is something like this. And I'm going to slow this down here and review, and we're going to make sure everybody's on the same page, but it's something that happens automatically. So based on a delay. So they start out and they get an email, and then a day later they get an email, and 2 days later they get an email. Whereas with the newsletters, it is just, you go in here and you create a newsletter and we send it out and they get it like right now. I mean, it takes like a couple of minutes or whatever, but does that make sense? So first of all, can I get a 1 or a yes if this makes sense? And yes, Mayar, this is, we're going for the entire process here. So, all right. Okay, cool. So does everybody understand what a campaign is versus a newsletter? Because that's going to be important to understand for what's going on today. If you don't, give me a 2 so I can explain a little bit more. But just while we're waiting, a campaign is something that's scheduled. Okay, so I got a few 2s. So let me stop for just a second and reiterate this. So we have 2 ways to send people an email. We have what's called a campaign, and then we have what's called a newsletter. A newsletter is the equivalent of, if I open Outlook, or if I open my mail client, or if I open Gmail, or I open, whatever we're using on Mac or whatever it is, right? I open my email and I want to send an email to Bob right now and invite Bob to lunch today, right? Lunch is already passed, but let's say dinner, I don't know, whatever. Hey, Bob, are you going, do you want to go out to lunch today? We can talk about buying Viral Video Vault, and then I'll show you how to buy it, and then you can buy it, right? So I send Bob an email right now and he gets it like, a few seconds later. That is the equivalent of a newsletter. If you go into some email programs, so like I've used Outlook, for example, for like a couple decades or a decade or more, and they have like an embargo feature where I can like send an email and it's kind of like scheduled, so that like I schedule it for tomorrow because I don't want Bob to see it till tomorrow because the product isn't ready to launch until tomorrow. And so I schedule that email out, and then when tomorrow comes, it just automatically sends it. That is what a campaign is. It's a bunch of scheduled emails that are sent based on a time frame, whereas a newsletter is, we send it right now. But in both cases, it can be sent to massive amounts of people. So we can send it to like 100,000 people at once. Well, we only have to write the email once. Does that make sense? Yes, the upsell inside there is awesome because you get all of those. Okay, looks like, all right, sweet. So that seems to make sense. So let's go back over here and let's talk about this. If we want to do campaign emails, and we're going to talk about both today, so hang with me here. If we want to do campaign emails, we can go ahead and create a campaign. And this is what you would do. You go here to emails and create a campaign. The campaign is going to be for the viral video vault. And I'll show you why this matters in just a second. So I'm just going to call it, I guess I'll just put the whole thing. And the description doesn't matter. This is what I do. I go in here and I name it, and then I go into the campaign, and then I add in an email. So adding in the email is pretty straightforward. And you see a bunch of stuff in here. This account is a testing account because later I'm going to show you how to set up some of the settings in the account, not today. But that's why it has wonky names in here and stuff, because I just got it going. So let's say the subject of the message is check out VVV, right? Whatever, too many V's. And I do the classic editor. I like the classic editor because it's just text. When I get into sending like pictures, and you can still send pictures, but when I get into sending like these templated emails, they tend to get caught by these spam filters more. So I just like to send a plain text email because there's a bunch of companies sending the other stuff. So I like to stand out in a different way just by being simple. Plus, it's just simple. All right, so now I need to put in the body of an email. And so sometimes we can do different things here, but basically I'm not even going to put in a salutation like, hey, this is Ryan or whatever, but you can, there's not a wrong answer. So it kind of depends. I just put like, hi, and then now we have to put in an email. So some of you like to write emails, and that's great. Some of you don't really like to write emails. And so what I like to do actually is cheat nowadays and use ChatGPT. And I say cheating, but really I think it's just leveraging. But the reason that I like to do it is because it's very consistent. So if I send an email and, today I'm on point, and then tomorrow I'm a little tired, or next week I'm sick for a day or whatever, then the emails may not come across, or I might miss something. And then I have to worry about spelling and that sort of stuff. This is much simpler. So I'm just going to say here, give me an email for a product called Viral Video Vault. I know we talked about ChatGPT before in the very first class, actually. So I assume that most people know here what ChatGPT is. So I'm not really going to go into what it is. We're just going to use it to get some ideas here. Include a call to action of a link, write it at grade level 6. I like to keep the lower grade levels, not to insult people, but because if you're marketing to an audience where English is a second language, then some words that are like $10 words don't always translate the same. So more basic words translate so we get the meaning across, because we want as many people to buy as possible, and keep it short. I don't know. Let's see what happens. We can do like 1,000 things with ChatGPT. And if we have time today or a different day, I'll show you some of the stuff that I figured out that actually works pretty well with ChatGPT that can help us shortcut this. But all right, so we've got a nice email going on here. And cool. So, all right, so it already knows it's gone. So still see people coming in. So hello to everybody coming in. And yes, you can use, you don't really want to use a font size larger than 18, but using a larger font is oftentimes easier unless it's on a mobile device. But so I'm just going to grab the email here, and I'm just going to basically copy and paste this. You can start to customize things and optimize things over time, but you don't have to necessarily. Basic emails can actually work really well. You just want to make sure that it's good to read it to make sure that it's not totally off base and ChatGPT hasn't misunderstood what you're doing, because there are different words that can mean multiple things. This looks pretty decent, on point. And so now we're going to put in our link here. So this is our affiliate link. I'm just going to use the actual link to the sales page. This is where you would put your affiliate link. So I know some people said affiliate links weren't working, but I would click here and I just paste in my affiliate link. This isn't an affiliate link, but I would paste it in nonetheless, and away we go. And so, all right, so I'll put Ryan here. And actually, I set this account. Yeah, we're just going to do that and make it simple. So, all right, here we go. So now I'm going to do a save and publish. And so it's asking me how long I want to send it. I want to delay it for 0 minutes. You can mess with these other settings, but I just usually do 0 minutes. And so here's what's going to happen now. So let me slow this down and review, because I don't want to lose people and what's going to happen, because we kind of just walked through that. But let's say we go in here and we have our landing page. So you guys have all seen landing pages like this. This is probably how you found and got into this course at some point in the first place. You seen some image, you saw some image, some text, and you got to enter an email address, and you click the button. And when you click the button, you started getting emails from Chase. And so that's what's going to happen here with the campaign. We're going to start getting emails. This is going to start sending emails. And I can very quickly here just duplicate this and then change some text and save and publish this, and then delay it by 1 day. And obviously I didn't change any text there, but we could go back to ChatGPT, but I don't, you know, this is literally copying and pasting. So I'm sure like it's literally, okay, great. Now write me another, and I'm going to go to chat here in a second, right? So then it's just going to write you another email, copy it, paste it into the second one. And now we have an email immediately when they submit that form, and then they get an email a day later, and then we just keep building this out. And you can see here how it's stacking them up. And so we could go out to like 7 days or 14 days or whatever you want. Some people like 30 days. There's not a wrong answer, just whatever doesn't work. But most people don't buy until they see something 7 times. So I would do at least 7 emails. So, all right, let me go to chat here. First of all, I got some questions, so I'm going to try to read those. But also, does this make sense on the campaign side? We'll talk about newsletters, and then I'm going to talk about why the two are important and how I actually use the two and how Chase uses them and that sort of thing. But give me a 1 if this makes sense. And then if you're on the fence or still trying to figure it out, that's okay. Give me a 2 to let me know how deep I want to go here. All right. So most people seem to get it. I've got a few. Deliverability doesn't matter, because they're going to go ahead and wrap this link with a redirect link of their own so that they can track. It's going to send it out with systems domain, because they want to track the click-through rates. How long do you continue to promote a product? I like to do 14 days, but listen, again here, the only wrong answer is what doesn't work. So we were talking with somebody here in the class, a question just last week, I think it was last week, and they did 30 days worth of emails. Some people do 14, some people do 7. So it's not wrong to stop, to go longer than 7 days. It's just a matter of what are you going to do then at the end of 7 days, right? So are you going to start sending them emails every day? So we have both campaigns that work in ours. We have some that are automatic. So like when you sign up, you start getting emails for a set period of time, 7, 10 days, something like that. And then we're also sending manual emails every day, or we schedule them out in advance, and I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, and so away you go. And so Chase said that we do a scarcity raise every week, which is true. And that's why we need the newsletter to go there. You could promote this for months. Yeah, you could literally promote it for months. Okay, so you guys don't see them, but every day we go in there and we're sending. In fact, I have an entire grid that's based on every single day, and you don't have to go this complex, but I have an entire grid, different kinds of emails that we send at different times of day and different things that we do to market everything. So your email grid could be like send 1 email a day, right? But you don't see them because we opt you out of them, because we don't want to continue to market because you're already in there. But every single day we send people stuff about the short form riches class that we're in right now, right? So the class only lasts 8 weeks, but we will send them a mail every single day for 8 weeks, which is like 60 days, right? This $27 product, the Viral Video Vault product that we're looking at right now. So this one that we're talking about, it's an evergreen product, and evergreen just means that it's going to be going forever. So you could literally build a 365-day email campaign based on this and let system, when somebody signs up, market this to somebody for an entire year. You know, you could, right? And so that's one of the great things about this particular offer is it's fairly low dollars, it's fairly low risk, it has content that's new each each month, and it's also evergreen, so you can continue to sell it, you know, over and over and over. It'll work all year long. You don't have to like pivot and redesign this stuff every 8 weeks. Like we constantly pivot and we have to redesign all our emails and redesign all our branding and everything every time there's a new boot camp every 8 weeks. But the great thing about this is you don't have to do that. So will you show how to segment in system? Yes. There's different ways that you can do it, but yes, I will show you here. I was thinking about building out an automated system for months. Yeah, totally build out an automated system for months. Do you set up different email categories that are for different products? So I don't really set up categories per se, but what you can do is, so if we have different funnels, it's kind of categories, right? So I have a bunch of different funnels in here. We have like Fortune bots, AI profits, Shine Ranker, short form riches, Jasper, and viral video vault. Then I can go over here to emails and they have different campaigns. So I have set of emails, like 5 emails about AI profits and 11 emails about Shine Ranker, and so on and so forth. And so what happens is you link each funnel to its set of emails. So Fortune bots, for example, when someone opts into that landing page and I come over here to campaigns, it is linked to the Fortune bots set of emails. And so they see that set of emails. And then if someone opts into like short form riches, then they see that set of emails. Now you can do fancy things like when they get to the end of one, like start selling them something else. And you should like just walk them through the whole list if you're out of emails. But that's, you know, that's how I would segment that out. So is 14 consecutive days, 14-day period skipping days? I mean, I don't skip days. I want to market to them every single day. Basically, here's the point. If you market to somebody every day, you're going to get some unsubscribes. But I spent a lot of years collecting emails, and I was very historically during that period not very good at sending them emails. I would send them emails once in a while, but I didn't want people to unsubscribe. I was very worried about that. And at the end of the day, if you go and you fast forward, what happened was I had all these people and no one unsubscribed because I didn't overmarket, but no one bought because I didn't overmarket. Like I sold some, but I didn't sell. I lost a ton of money. So at the end of the day, I realized that it's just simply better. People either need to buy or they need to unsubscribe. I don't want you on my list if you're not going to buy from me. If you're willing to sit there and get the emails and read the emails and think about it, that's fine, because you're, you know, you could be a potential customer. But if you don't want to buy from me, then just unsubscribe and just move on, because it's not doing me any good at all to have somebody there who's not at all interested, but also hasn't unsubscribed. And all right, hope that makes sense. Hopefully your lander looks great. Great. I'm not that, I'm good at optimizing landing pages, but as far as making them pretty, it's less my big focus. If someone unsubscribes from a funnel, you just let them be forgotten. Yeah, because if someone unsubscribes, then when someone unsubscribes, they unsubscribe from everything. So it doesn't matter whether I'm mailing them about Jasper, short form riches, Shine Ranker, or whatever. If they unsubscribe, they're gone. Like the system.io and every other CRM, once they click unsubscribe on anything, they're out. Now that the contact stays in there. So like if I go over here to contacts, I can still view that person, but it won't let me send to them. So like when I go to send, it's automatically going to blacklist them. But yeah, I mean, basically it's like this. There's a famous marketer that works with Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels, and he said, love me or hate me, there's no money in the middle. And this is a business, right? If you want to run a newsletter about a nonprofit and you are just trying to help the community and that sort of stuff, and that is your point for using system, then you might want to think about this differently and not over market, because you might want people to give donations, or you might want, just people to know what's going on in the community. If you're doing like a neighborhood watch or something, I don't know, that would be a different story. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, this is a business. We're here to make money. That's the number one responsibility of a business, is to make a profit. So they either need to buy or they need to leave. It's pretty much basic. I mean, if you go into your grocery store or to your store like a Walmart or a Costco or a clothing store or whatever, and you just go in there every day and just wander around the store, and 80 people go in and they never buy anything, that's not going to do anything. Like if the store is full of people that aren't buying, that doesn't help the store, right? It's a business. As long as you're positive with your gain in subs. Yeah. Okay. So Chase brings up a really great point. We have to first do the marketing. So we've done a bunch of videos on getting leads. You don't want to have it to a point where you have like 1,000 leads and you're marketing so hard that, you know, you're losing 40 people a day and you're gaining 10 people a day, because then you're at a negative 30 amount of people per a day. You still want to have people to sell to. So you either have to then ramp up your marketing on the video side to like get people in, or you have to slow down the marketing on your sending side, because you don't want to have a negative loss, because eventually you'll get down to nothing. And the truth is, if you're losing that many, then it's a good indicator that you want to go and spend more time in the video creation and the marketing side than you do in the actual sending of the email side, because again, it's a business and we have to make money, and without potential leads, we can't make that money. All right. Yeah, exactly, Magnus. You're either here to buy or you're here to leave. I know it sounds crazy. Like, I unfortunately had to go through a lot of process over the years of like really under marketing and leaving a lot of money on the table to really learn this lesson. But yeah, I mean, you're here to buy or you're here to leave. All right, so let me move over here to talking about newsletters for just a minute here. And I know we have a lot of questions on this, and so I will try to, I'll answer more questions later on here as well, because there's a lot of stuff going on here, and email obviously is really key to growing your list and to making money, because a lot of people come in via email. Here's why newsletters are important. So newsletters, again, are, if I send this right now, so if I do this newsletter email, I could literally send this out to like live while we're on the class. I could send it out and it would go to everybody in the contacts. And this is like a production. This isn't a production account. This account is so that I can teach with it and mess around and experiment and that sort of stuff. But on our actual production account, I could send it out to 150,000 people. We could go in there right now and send an email while we're on the class, right? So why is that important? That's important specifically for scarcity. So I don't recall having talked a whole lot about scarcity in the class thus far. So if you know this, then you're ahead. But if you don't, then let me just say it for a minute. Scarcity is really important. It's called, you might have seen FOMO or FOMO, fear of missing out. And the way the human brain works is everybody's afraid that they're going to miss out on something. If you can go, and here's the classic example, like you all know this to be a fact. You just look back at the past couple of years during COVID, and I know that some of you are from different parts of the world, and I know how it was here in the US, and I studied some of how it was in different parts of the world and talked to people, but a lot of it was pretty much the same thing. And before COVID, if you go to the store, generally speaking, in most parts of the world, there's toilet paper, right? And there's sugar, and there's, basic stuff. For the most part, like my aunt lived in Africa and Kenya for a lot of years, and some, they were often out of things in certain things, or you'd have to drive like hours away to get things. But in a lot of the world, there is, if you look at the maps, there's a lot of that sort of stuff. Enter COVID, magically, there's no toilet paper, right? There's no sugar when you go to the grocery. There's no bottled water at the grocery store, right? So when everybody has everything, a lot of people have the mentality of, okay, it's available, so I'm not worried about it. Should I, I'm getting kind of low on toilet paper, but no worries. I'm going to go to the store in 3 days when I do my weekly grocery run, or whenever you do it. I'm going to get some more. Okay, I'm getting kind of low on toilet paper. I'm going to go to the store today because I might not have it. I might have to go tomorrow and the next day, right? We all experienced this during COVID. This is 100% FOMO. And in this case, exactly as Mayar says, this is about when the price raises. So you're afraid you're not going to be able to get something, bottom line. If you're afraid that you're not going to be able to get this at the current price that it's at, because the course is $27 and now the price is going up, and you get the same thing, right, the viral video vault, then you go and you buy now because the price is going up. Look at Black Friday, same thing. And I'm staying on this for a second because this is really important to understand, because you can really use this, because scarcity can really make a lot of sales for you. And so on Black Friday, the price goes down. And now we have turned it into kind of, at least in the US, it's kind of like Black Friday week. And like I started buying Black Friday stuff like at the beginning of November this year instead of at the end of November, because they were doing like Black Friday month. But the point being is, for a very limited amount of time, we have this great deal on a much lower price. And if I miss it, then, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to pay the higher price, and I don't want to miss it. So there's huge psychology about missing stuff in the fear, and that could drive back to, times when there's, if you don't have enough food around, that sort of stuff. But here's the deal. Every Friday we raise the price on this viral video vault. So every Friday at midnight, right? So technically midnight is like Saturday morning, but every Friday night we raise it. So every Friday you can go ahead and set up a campaign. And when someone comes in, it can delay and it can send in those emails, but you might not necessarily have them. If they sign up on Friday, you could work it out. But any other day of the week, they're going to get the emails based on the time that they signed up. So if they sign up on a Thursday, you know, they're getting email 3 on like Sunday, right? So I think that's right. Anyways, you can go in here and do a newsletter and just click over here, create. This is what I do. So every day I'm in, and you can schedule these out, right? So I'm going to do like, don't miss it. The price goes up tonight. Miss out. Missed a word there. Don't miss out. The price goes up tonight, right? Okay, so Ryan Borden, right? And I have whatever, and I like the classic editor. So save. Now I get to edit my broadcast email here. And so I click on it, and now I can go in here and just be like, go to ChatGPT and cheat. Great. Now give me one that talks about high scarcity with the intent to convince and strong emotion on the same subject as above, because it understands what we've already talked about. The price is going up at midnight. All right. So now, okay, so apparently ChatGPT doesn't like it. Sometimes you have to ask it to write it in a different way. I had this same thing. If I asked it to write about certain subjects, it says it can't do this. And then I say, write this as a video description. And then all of a sudden it doesn't. Okay, so see, now, okay, fine, whatever. So it's just, they're trying to figure out how to do things in an ethical way. And so we're still going to get the same effect, right? So yeah, go to the playground and open AI. Right. Yeah. So you can, yeah, you use ChatGPT to write a course. Exactly. Like, at some point, I don't know that we'll have time today, but I have these formulas that I've written out that I provide extremely limited amount of information. And basically what happens is ChatGPT gives me massive amount of on-point content. So let's go over here. Right. And I wanted to reach out to you last time to remind you about our special offer for, okay, so they called it Social Boost. I'm just going to assume that we put in here and we called it Viral Video Vault, but of our limited time offers, you see the scarcity concept, you know, it's hurry, it ends at midnight tonight. And so then we could put in our link, click here now, and then obviously we just click it and we put in the link, and I'm just going to put in a link here in general. Yeah, prompting is key with ChatGPT. Okay, and here we go, Ryan. All right, great. So save and send a test email. I would generally encourage you to do this. Send a test email to yourself if you're going to send it live, especially the first few times as you're practicing, because, you know, I like to read the test email because for some reason, when it's in a separate thing, like, and it shows up in my email box, I read it and my brain just segments that out. And you can even, there's options over here as well. So this is what we were talking about with segmentation. So I can select tags. I don't have any tags put in here, but we can add tags to our users. So when we create our landing page, as I divert, stay with me here, and then I'll review this. Under funnels, when we create our landing page, when we create viral video content, we can create a tag. What a tag is it's just like a tag, just like it's like a marker, and it says anybody that enters their email, they were interested in a viral video vault. Because if I'm selling, this is a horrible example, but if I'm selling shoes and I'm selling viral video vault, somebody that comes along that wants shoes might not be interested in viral video vault, right? So what happens there is I tag the shoes and I tag the viral video vault, but same thing goes for any products that you're doing. And then I can come over here and I can select just viral video vault tag, and it's only going to send it to those people that have that tag. And this is something I will cover. There's a whole lot here today, and I want to give you the best value. And so I don't know that we're going to have time to cover that today, but right here, I would select my tags, and I don't have any in here, but I would do save and schedule a newsletter. And then now what's going to happen is, okay, so it actually wants me to select tags. All right. And I don't have any tags in here, so I don't know if that's even going to work. So what happens is I hit save and schedule newsletter. And once we have tags, then it's going to immediately send out this newsletter. Now, again, I have purposely not set up some of the things in this account because I wanted to show you along the way as we build it. But once I've saved and scheduled it, it's going to pop up to the next screen, and it's going to say, it's going to give us sending stats here. So it will say how many emails were sent. So X amount of emails, however many people had that tag. And then we have our opens, which the percentage of people that open, the percentage of people that actually clicked. And then we'll have our date of it being sent. So let's go to chat here. Does this make sense? Love to see more reoccurring affiliate products. All right, yeah, let me know if this makes sense. And if this doesn't make sense, I'm also interested to know. Give me a 2 if you're on the fence. All right, I'm reading through chat here. Awesome. Who's ready to start promoting? I love it. Earning compounding affiliate sales. Yeah, so that's the amazing thing is, can we get the prompts you use? Sure. So Mayar, I will share some prompts, but I'll share a resource that helps you make your own prompts. My prompts are specifically tailored to the specific things I'm doing. And so whenever I do show you that, I'll talk about that. But what are the tags that you're talking about? All right, let me show you that, Clint. When will the VVV videos be uploaded? Rod, we're starting to upload videos today. Let's start the promos. Edgar's ready to go. Awesome. Yes, resource for prompts will be great. All right, yeah, so I'll give you a resource for prompts. There's actually, it's like aiprompts.org or something like that. It's like classes about how to learn prompts for AI in general. It's all free, so it's kind of in depth though, but they give you like a different beginner, intermediate, and advanced. But I'll give you something that's kind of simple. Okay, so the tags, let's go in here and talk about tags. Just to sell short form riches or general videos. So Rod, we're still building the whole videos and the concept. The first videos that are going to go into Viral Video Vault is to sell Viral Video Vault, right? So because it's the lowest offer. So if I'm Sally and I come along, or Bob comes along, and I always use Bob and Sally, but it doesn't really matter, whoever it is, someone comes along and they join it, the quickest way for them to make money is just to sell it, because it's the $27 offer that provides a massive amount of value and can get someone else started straight away, and then they can get, you know, those affiliate commissions and get something right there. So upsell isn't, so Jeremy wants to go over the upsell. Do I have upsell templates? If you're selling your own products in like system itself, like you have a course you're selling, that's kind of its own thing. Like you can create upsells for any of the stuff that we do, like the viral video stuff is, we already have the upsells. So if someone goes and they sign up for Viral Video Vault for $27 and you sell it, right? Then, you know, you get your commission on that. Then someone will see the option to sign up for the short form riches course, which is like, you know, $571 or whatever it is right now. And so then you get your commission on that, right? And then, you know, if they buy anything else in the upsell process, then you get the commission on that. If you go and you sign up for some other affiliate program, because again, you can use this for sell anything you want, then they typically have their own upsells already built in. So the only time you have to worry about upsells, everything else is automatic. The only time you have to worry about it is if you actually were creating your own product, like a course, or you're selling shoes and you want to upsell stuff. All right, so chat's going crazy. I can't keep up with it all. So, but Chase is in there answering questions and stuff. So yeah, the last upsell is for a $2,500 black card. So I'll tell you about that just briefly. And you get 10% of that, it looks like. So we were still deciding on that. So it looks like we decided that it was 10%. So what's the black card? The black card is like an unlimited pass for everything. So if someone comes in and they buy the Viral Video Vault from you, you get the commission on $27. Then they buy the short form riches course and you get the commission on that. And then they buy the black card. You get, black card is like a super compact package that gives them everything. So they get all the courses, like all the SEO courses, all of the contact form courses, they get the lead courses, they get all of the like AI profits, they get the fortune bots, prior recorded live classes, they get the short form riches class, and they get an entire year's worth of the boot camp. So the next year's worth of boot camps that we do, they get all of those classes as well. And they get anything else that we come out with during that year. So they basically get everything past and everything present. The black card is a yearly recurring subscription, and it's like an unlimited pass to everything. And so you guys get, that's the upsell, and unlimited to all. They also get Shine Rankers. So it gives you everything that we have. So all the past courses, all of the current stuff, the boot camps, all of the software, and anything new that we make, so long as you are a member. Yeah, it looks like it's a 10% reoccurring too, Mayar. So all you have to do is promote the $27 thing though, and we upsell and do all the rest. The only thing that isn't included is the coaching calls, right? So anything that's like a service isn't included, like coaching calls. Anything that's a product like software or courses and that sort of stuff is included. Chase made it easy for us. Yeah. So listen, Aaron's right. Chase and I have spent a lot of time on the phone this year talking about how to make it easier and how to make it simpler, how to make it easier for people to make money, how to make it easier for you guys to sell stuff if you want to sell our products, to get going and to make sales, how to make it easy for new people coming in. Because like we can go in here and I can complicate this to death, and I'm really good at making it complicated. Because I just like to jump in and do a whole bunch of stuff. But the truth of the matter is that there's a difference between being busy and being productive. So being productive is moving the needle, making sales, getting leads, making money. Being busy is like running around doing a bunch of stuff that at the end of the day, if you didn't do it, it probably wouldn't have a big impact on things. And so that's a big challenge that a lot of people face, because the good is the enemy of the best. All right. So, we've got a bunch of stuff going on in chat and people are answering questions. So let's go over here and look at this in funnels. Emails are always preferred so that you can capture the leads, right? So you can send people straight to your affiliate link. So you could make a video and send them straight there. But if you send them to your CRM landing page, you capture the lead and you can market to them over and 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 over again. The cookie is staying on all other products. Yeah. So if someone buys, John and everyone else, John asked the question, if someone clicks on my affiliate link to any of Chase's products, the cookie's staying for all other products as well. And that is correct. So if someone buys the $27 product and then they go over here and they don't want to buy the black card and they just start buying like AI profits and one specific SEO course, and then they come over here and then they buy the short form riches, you get paid on all that too. So the cookie sticks, it's persistent, I think is the word. But can someone post a link to the coaching calls page? Yeah, so I will, let me find the class resources thing here. I will give you everything here and just big long, the marketplace. Here's the wall of links. The marketplace is the last one down there. It is the marketplace is where we get that. It's the link to, oh, Chase posted it too. All right, back on track here. So there's a couple of other things that we need to cover, but it looks like we still have a lot of questions. So I'm going to cover a little bit and then we'll go into answering more questions, because I want to make sure. Last time we had like 50 minutes of questions and we stayed late. And so I do want to be respectful that we're going to stay a little late today after the 2 o'clock mark. So if you have to go at 2, that's fine. If you want to stay and ask questions, then, we'll be here, because I realize there's a lot of questions on this. So, but just quickly, our funnel, we build our funnel. And then, so there's a whole lot more here. So I've talked about, we need to talk about automation rules, which we don't have time for today. Some people have asked for my formulas for ChatGPT. I hear you. And I acknowledge that we need to talk about all these things. There's some important settings and system that we need to talk about as well in order to make this all work. So stick with us here. I'm going to go over everything. I just don't have time to do everything today, but we will be covering it here very shortly as well. As we go across here, though, you can see there's different things and different categories of stuff in the landing page. But we talked about tags, and we needed our tags in order to send our email broadcast for our scarcity. So if we go up here, I go up here to contacts and I go to tags and I just create a tag. So I'm going to call it VVV, right? So viral video content. That's what we're talking about. So now I have a tag name, and nobody, of course, has subscribed, and I can look at the settings, which doesn't give me a whole lot of options here. But if I go now into my funnels, I should be able to go here. It looks like I got some background noise. If we can mute that, that'd be awesome. And I can create an automation rule. So under automation rules, I would go here. And then when someone subscribes, hang on, let me break that down. Under automation rules, there's two-step. It's a two-step process. So someone subscribes, and let's go back. And I'll just delete it and do this again here because I don't want to lose anybody. So we are in our funnel here. So our landing page, and this is our landing page again for this is Viral Video Vault. I just duplicated it out here, but obviously we could change the picture out and stuff. We had a class on that already. Under automation rules, I go here and I have to add a rule. Inside of my rule, there's a trigger, and an action, right? So you have something that starts the process that says, hey, pay attention. And then you have something that says, all right, now that we're in here, what do you want me to do? So the trigger is funnel form step subscribe. That means someone enters their email address on that landing page. And so then we come here and we have to add an action. So what do you want them to do? And we get a lot of stuff in here, but one of the things we can do is add a tag. So now I can add a tag, I can choose the VVV tag, and I can save the rule. So what does that mean? That means when someone goes here to the Viral Video Vault, so this is to Clint's question, the Viral Video Vault, when someone goes to my landing page, now I have an automation rule that when they click here and they enter their email address, it automatically, under the automation rule, applies this tag. Where'd I go? Yeah, here it is. Okay, so when they click here, it automatically applies the tag, and the tag was Viral Video Vault. So now if I go back to my emails and newsletters, when I go in here and I want to send this, I select to include Viral Video Vault, and then I save and schedule newsletter. And now I can send it like straight away, send it right now, like, hey, it's ending tonight, go subscribe right now. Or I can schedule this for today is Tuesday, and the price goes up on the Viral Video Vault at midnight on Friday night. So if I wanted to work on this today, and I schedule my emails in advance because you never know what's going to happen, right? Or if I want a video, something to go out at 8 o'clock at night, and I might be doing something else at 8 o'clock at night on a phone call or whatever, then I schedule it so it's automatic. And we can schedule ahead of time. You just have to take into account whatever the news, whatever your time zone is. So this happens to be on the Paris time zone. And so you can just subtract your hours if you want to send it in your time zone, or you can send it on Paris time, whatever you want. But if I click send now, I'm not going to do it because it'll actually send it to all these people that have subscribed. But I could send this right now and it'll literally go right now. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me go here and see. Does this, first of all, I've got questions here, but does this make sense? Give me a 1 in the chat if we understand what newsletters and campaigns are, and if we understand how we can use the tags to tag people for the specific one. And if you don't understand this, give me a 2, because of course you can watch the replay, but we can, I can work in reviews of things in the future. All right, so it looks like everybody has a pretty good handle on this, of what we're doing. And I think it's important to note that there's not a wrong answer here on the emails. So sending campaigns versus sending newsletters, if you're the type of person that you just are at it all the time and you're always working and you really literally want to just send newsletters and never schedule campaigns, and you're in there every day, you could go in there and just go boom, 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 and never schedule campaigns. It's probably useful though to schedule I like to schedule the campaigns because life happens, and then that way this system.io, or if you were using a different CRM, is 100% always on point. It just works. It's always sending those emails and it never misses. So if you build out your 7, 14 day, 30 day, whatever you want to do in the campaign department, then it's always going to be sending those emails, even if you miss. And I like that automation. And then I like to go in and do the newsletters for specific events, like the price is going up, because when you send that email, you get a higher conversion out of your leads. All right. The tag, can I touch on that again? A tag is a label. That's a really great way to say it, Mayar. A tag is just a label for someone. It is, I'm interested in X. I raised my hand about X because I subscribed to that landing page. Tags are representing segmenting. Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know, if I like to, okay, so I like chai tea, right? Somebody else doesn't like chai tea, right? I like to get some chai tea, put a little milk in it and that sort of stuff. My mom, for example, she hates milk in her tea and all that sort of stuff. So I would be tagged as a chai tea lover, if we're selling tea, right? So let's say I run a tea company and I have voted for the things that I like as a tea company. I'm going to keep track what my customers are. So when I go in there, become a customer, I'm going to get the tag chai tea lover, and my mom is going to get the tag chai tea hater, and she would rather have chamomile tea, right? So that way, when I send out marketing emails that is about some big blowout that I have chai tea on sale, my mom's not going to get that email. I'm going to select the tag for the chai tea lovers and they're going to get it. But if I send out an email about the, chamomile tea, some big blowout, maybe I don't like it, but my mom does. So that she's going to get the tag and she's going to get the emails about that. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So if you want to, I'm going to stop sharing the screen here. And I realize that there's been questions all through this, and I know I've missed a lot of questions. I know Chase answered a bunch of them, but go ahead and raise your hand if you have questions. And then I'll take a couple minutes of questions, then we'll have to pause because we have the giveaway today. James Jernigan is here today and he's going to do the giveaway for us. And then he's an expert on a whole bunch of stuff. He's actually going to be teaching the classes here coming up. And then we'll go back to questions after that. And again, before we get there, it's like 8 minutes to 2 roughly. If you have to go, I want to respect your time, but all the rest of it, if you want to catch the questions, will be on the replay. And if you can stick around, then go ahead and stick around. So Rod, go ahead. What do you got?
Hi, Ryan. Can you give us some opt-in template ideas for the VVV so we capture the emails first instead of sending them directly to the VVV sales page?
Correct. Are you wanting templates for like the emails themselves?
It's actually from the TikTok videos, right? Then there's a link then they go to the sales page, or how does that work?
Yeah, well, so the way that we're teaching you here in the class, and the way that I do it is, and that Chase does it, whatever, right? So when I say I mean we, but so the way that we do it is you have your video, so that's like point 1.
Yes.
A video about whatever, right? And then it has a link in it. So that's typically to some domain that you've registered. We talked about that in one of the classes. So you register like amazingwebsite.com or whatever. And then that domain redirects to the landing page, which is what we just saw in system. So we had a class on building landing pages in system. So you build a landing page and then they can go there and they can enter their email address. And then once they enter their email address, you build the campaign, the email campaign, which we talked about today. And you also tag them. And so then you can start sending them emails automatically on Drip. And then you can also use the newsletter and pick their tag and send them. Does that answer the question?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about starting from scratch, like promoting VVV first, as opposed to promoting the other stuff. But that, I got it.
Okay. Yeah. I built the system backwards. Okay, cool. Awesome. All Thanks, Rod. William, what you got for us?
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Hey, how's it going, Ryan? Hello, everyone again.
Good.
So I'm just going to be honest. I was a little bit on the fence about doing this $27 for this membership thing, but I'm kind of seeing how you do have to put money into things to make a profit out of things. Will you be giving template for the landing pages and the email campaigns, or are we going to have to build that ourselves?
So for the
viral video vault.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have to functionally build the landing page, but you could go copy our landing page. So in the landing page class, I can't remember which day it was. It was like a week and a half ago or something, but it's in the replay sheet and I'll post the links for those again soon. Okay. But it's in there. I show you how, like, I literally went to one of our existing landing pages and just grabbed the image. So if you go to the viral video vault, there's like the image there. So you could like take that, or you could make your own image, whatever. And then I grabbed the same text that we had and I pasted it in. And then I just, put the form in there. So I literally just duplicated it, made it exactly the same. As for the email content, we literally just launched this. Like I said, I was up till midnight last night working on this stuff. And then, we worked on it today. And so it literally just launched today. So we haven't actually built the sales copy or the swipe files for this, but we will have swipe files built for this that you can use as well. In the meantime, what I would do is go to the viral, go to any one of our landing pages. And if you're not, you're probably already in the list, but sometimes we opt the people out, but you could get a different tag in there. And then just, you should be getting emails from us about it, right? So just copy our email. So like step one is you copy it. And if it says like, you know, Chase here, right? Obviously replace that with William here. And then, you know, if any of the content doesn't make sense, then, you know, you can like change it, because if it said like, if it had a time frame and you wanted to send it tomorrow and it talks about Tuesday, just change it to Wednesday, right? But literally just copy our emails and just resend them. That's the swipe file for the moment, because we will put up a swipe file, but we have to build that. And so we have to like, we'll do the swipe file, but before we build the swipe file, we're going to build the actual content in it, so we have something for the people that are buying it before we worry as much about marketing. So it's coming in the next few days, but right now just copy our emails and go with it. Or you can use ChatGPT to write some as well. Did that answer the question?
Yes. And so are we going to be able to get like a month free to try it out, or is that
yes,
for like,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, 100% right. You guys get it free for a month. And so you don't have to be, so if you decide that you want to keep going with it and buy it, or you don't, you can still promote it either way, because you're already in the short form riches course. So you can promote it whether you are there, so you could sell it. But yes, there is, I will see if I can pull it up. If Chase Arena, if you have the link for the free thing, give us a minute here. It may come in like 2 minutes, but we'll get the link for that in the chat here shortly, and so that you guys can sign up for it and get it for free.
And we can, I mean, you know, for anybody who signs up, they can cancel any month. There's no, they can cancel at any time, and there's nothing.
Yeah. You can cancel anytime. It's not like a contract. There's not like a, you know, maybe at some point, if it makes sense, we'll have, well, I didn't want to go there. So yeah, you can, it's the $27 a month, and whatever they sign up for, they get that price locked in. So like if the price goes up to like $49 a month and they signed in at $27 a month, so long as they stay at that, they'll still be paying the $27 a month, right? And you'll still be getting your commission on whatever they pay every month. But yes, they can cancel anytime. And I believe, I'll have to go double check, but I believe even once they cancel, they can still utilize the videos and the stuff that they've paid for to promote it. So like if they're a member for like 6 months, you know, they're not going to get the new stuff that comes out after they cancel, but they can still use what they have to promote with it as well.
Okay. And I guess that's pretty much it. Do you guys forecast like maybe after a couple of months of using, or maybe 2 or a month, there may be possible sales with that?
What do you mean?
Like just a forecast, like if it's being used for a month, I mean, putting it on our social media, it's, you know, that'll gain traction. That'll give us like more traction with getting emails.
Are you saying, so you're talking about like making dollars?
Well, my problem is getting emails. I haven't been able to get a lot of emails because I'm putting videos up, but I haven't gotten emails in my system IO. So I'm trying to figure out how to go about that.
Okay, so that's one of the things so there's a checklist in the course. It's not in there yet, but we're building it. It'll be in the Viral Video Vault. And one of the things that it addresses is how to get more views. We're going to talk about how you can use ads to get more views. Now, obviously you don't have to, but how you can use ads to get more views, because we found a method that gets a lot of views for like really inexpensive. And part of the challenge is, especially, so like I've faced this when I start new channels, because I have multiple channels, right? As you're going along, you kind of have to warm up a channel. So as you warm up the channel, it doesn't get as many views at first. And then once you get the channel warmed up, then you get more views, and basically the TikTok and YouTube and the rest, they then distribute your content and put it in front of more people. And so if you can spend a small amount of money on ads and actually like expedite that process of warming it up, and you basically pay to warm up the account. So then you get more views and more ads on, or more views on everything. And obviously views translate to emails, which translates to sales, if that makes sense.
Cool.
So basically,
it's coming up in the next when we meet up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it here in the short form riches, and then it's also going to be in the Viral Video Vault checklist as well.
Okay.
And there may be some, like we'll cover it more in depth here than maybe perhaps in the Viral Video Vault, but it'll be 100% functional in the Viral Video Vault.
Cool.
Awesome. So we're right at time actually. So let's get the giveaways in here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause questions for a moment. If you can hang around, we'll do more questions. But James, if you can come on and do the spinning the wheel and giving away the prizes. And while James comes on, let me just say that don't forget to use the tag short form riches and post in the Facebook group so that you can be entered to win each week with our giveaway. So
all right.
James, are you still on here? Awesome.
Yeah,
There's James.
You ready for me to share my screen?
Go for it.
All right. Can you guys see that?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, cool. Got the wheel pulled up here, so I'll give it the first spin. Got all the names over here. All right. There we go. Looks like the first one is Crypto Hito. I don't know if you're here or not, but do a second one. We're doing 3, right, Ryan?
Correct.
All right. Number 2. Kevin Oliver. All right, so we'll give it a third spin here. Steve Corball. All right, so I guess reach out to support to claim your prize.
Yeah, just support at chasereiner.com and you can claim the prizes. And then, of course, I'm going to give us, since we're at time, I'm going to post this giant wall of links. What I'd recommend is just copy this and then paste it somewhere like a Google document or a Notepad document or something so you have it. The things to note in relation to the contest we just had is on Facebook to use the short form riches tag, which it talks about in there. And then at the bottom, we can see the affiliate link sign up for the VVV product we talked about today if you want to sign up to become an affiliate. And then the last part of it is the link to get your free month of the VVV as well. So for those of you who have to go, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I'm sure some, well, a few people it looks like have already fallen off. And so I respect your time and I appreciate that. And for those of you who can stick around, we're going to jump in here and answer some more questions. And thank you, James, for doing the giveaway today. All right. How do you get the first month promo if you already purchased? You'd have to email support@chasereiner.com for that one to find out the best way. It's a great question. And I'm not reading. You're already on it. You've already purchased it. That's amazing. All right. So go ahead and Fitzgerald. I'm going again just in the order of how Zoom puts it up here. So Fitzgerald, go ahead. You have your hand raised. You have a question for us there. You have a few questions. I see in chat, a few questions in regards to affiliate links and your situation in general regarding your videos as well. I'm not able to talk because my area is a bit noisy. Well, if you can post it in chat, I'll give you a second here. We'll go to the next person. If you can post your question. Oh, there it is. You made a decision. You're going to post on social media. Great. You need some help on setting up the redirect link. Sorry, I'm a slow reader, guys. I can set up for the email sequences. How would you go about getting your direct link? So I assume you're talking about like amazingwebsite.com. Do you need a direct link? No, you could copy and paste. So like, okay, so probably this is a, like Chase said, this is probably a coaching call thing because we're going to have to dive in here. If you go back to the very first, it's the first or the second class, Chase walks through how to actually set up a redirect link. So you can do that. And so go back and watch the replay on that, whether or not you need the redirect link. If you're going to put it in the video, you won't want to put this like your affiliate link in the video because no one's going to type that out and it's not clickable in the video. You could just paste your affiliate link directly in the comments section. So you can be like, hey, for the website, check out the comments. And then on every platform, just go and post it in your comments and pin that comment, and people can click on that link. So if in doubt and you want to just get started, just put your affiliate link in the comments and go. If you want to go ahead then and watch the video on how to do the redirect link, or get on a coaching call to kind of dive into your specific issues, you can do that as well. But
oh, sorry, I kind of moved out the area so I could speak more. But would you think that if I repost Chase's video where he would say something like comment yes if you want to learn more, and the people from the general public, they would comment yes, could I say something like, okay, great, click here on this link and copy and paste this link, instead of like saying, oh, go to amazingwebsite.com or something like that? That would be if I don't use a redirect link.
yeah, 100%. So you could, yeah, just reply to, in fact, it's a great thing to engage the comments in your videos, because that helps the algorithm and stuff. So that's why we say post yes in the first place. Plus, we use it for gauging engagement. Yeah, I would go to every single yes and reply with awesome, here's the link, and just paste your affiliate link. And it should be clickable. And if it's not, they can, they can just highlight it, copy it, and paste it in a browser.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. I'll look to post my videos this week and see how they do.
Yeah, post away. Definitely get started, because that's the taking action is, as we jump back on that bandwagon, taking action is the key.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you bet. Peter, what's up? Can't hear you. There we go.
My question was on the repurposed videos. I have repurposed TikTok videos. My question was, will I be infringing on copyrights if I also post them on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram? Then the other question was concerning the email campaigns and the newsletters. That bit of rules automation was not very clear to me. I don't know. Thank you.
Okay, sure. So let me address the rules, since it was the last question. We'll go back to copyright in a second. On the newsletters and the campaigns and the automations, I kind of briefly touched on it. There's more rules and automations that we haven't touched on yet that we would ideally use. And so in a different class, I will cover that more in depth and kind of go on that. Today, we kind of had like I want to be able to give you what as fast as possible to get started. But basically, the way it works is the campaigns, of course, are the automatically scheduled things. And then the newsletter is the one that you send like right now, or it's a specific email that you're going to send once. I guess that's one way to delineate it too. It's a one-time send. So I say, I send this and it's once, whereas with the campaigns, every new person that comes in is going to get those emails based on the delay automatically. But with the newsletter, it sends today, or it sends on whatever day I schedule it. And then someone joins and enters their email. Like I send tomorrow on Wednesday my newsletter, someone joins on Friday, they're never going to see that newsletter. It only went to people that were already subscribed by that time. As far as the automations go, automations are just a trigger and an action that does something for you automatically. So the newsletters in system require you to send to people that are tagged. So whenever you build your landing page, so if you have like 3 different landing pages on 3 different products, or even if you just have the one like Viral Video Vault, you want to have a tag in there. So you go under automations, you say, when someone enters their email address, apply a tag. And then we apply the tag or the label or the segmentation to that person saying that they're interested in Viral Video Vault. And that way, when we go to the newsletter, we can use that tag to send. Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Sweet. Okay. And again, we're going to cover, I'll review that and then cover more automations in a different class. Because you can actually do a lot of really great things, and a couple of little automations, a couple rules can really help leverage up the automatic stuff that's happening for us in the background, which is great. As far as the copyright goes, you have our permission to, so there's 2 elements there. On our side, you have our permission. We're never going to file a copyright claim or do anything. You have our permission. In fact, I think it's written down in the new thing, to reuse our videos. So you can repost the videos from the Viral Video Vault. You can repost the videos. You're already in the short form riches class. You can repost all the videos about that. You can repost all the videos about whatever products it is that we're selling. As part of joining the class, you already get permission to do that. As far as the second component, which is TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and that sort of stuff, they all have algorithms that look at whether or not content is unique. Now, stuff does get reposted, but if you don't change anything with the videos and don't make even slight edits, they may not get as big of a reach, so as much exposure. They may not get stuck in front of as many people. If they don't get stuck in front of as many people, then not as many people are obviously going to watch them, so they won't work as well. So we have several classes already, and we will have more on editing videos. But you can even go in the viral video vault. We're going to make it like super simple. So rather than, you can use the stuff in the replays here and CapCut and the rest, and you can edit them. You can react to them, and that's an edit. So you put your face in it, or you put stock photos in it. We did that. You can also just make basic edits like adding stickers and transitions and sounds, because they look at the pixels of the video. So even if you're doing transitions and you add like a sound or whatever, that changes the video, and it's called like improving the quality is the words that they use. And so then it's a non-issue. It's both unique content and there's no copyright issues from us. But even if you just take your video and literally upload it in TikTok on your phone, there's like the TikTok editor. You can add sound and stickers and stuff right in there. And then you can post it, and then you can just go download that from your TikTok account and then post those up on the other accounts. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It does.
You bet. BLN. Not sure what your name is.
Hello,
there.
Lucian.
Howdy.
Lucian here.
Lucian, awesome.
Yes, Lucian.
What's up?
What's up? Very good, thank you. And you and everybody?
Yeah, I'm good. Mayar is giving a peace sign. Everybody else is on here. So
Good.
What's up?
Good, thank you. Fine. Yes, I have two questions, but the last question you answer the Peter question.
Okay, awesome.
For my English, it's not very good, but
no, you're good. I understand.
The first question is too much to make 2 to 3 video, 2 to 3 email campaign from 7 days. So every day send the 2-3 email campaign from 7 days. Is too much?
So you're asking if you can send 2 or 3 emails each day. So like in 7 days, you're sending 14 to 21 emails.
Yes, this is my question.
So
it's too much or?
Yeah, you can, like Chase says here in the thing, you can just kind of copy what we do. We usually send 2 to 3 emails a day, right? So it's usually not too much unless you reach the point where you're getting so many unsubscribes that they're way higher than, the amount of people that you have coming in. But yeah, usually it's fine. Again, it's kind of back to buy or leave,
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do like 10. Probably 3 is the limit. And I wouldn't do like we give a break. Some days we have like, it's literally on my grid is a chill day where we don't send as many emails, just because it's nice to break a couple, like 1 day a week or something like that. But yeah, just copy what we do. You can literally go look at our count of emails and just do that.
Okay. And the other question was, how can I set up a campaign after another campaign ending? But you told to Peter that you cover this in another
different class.
Section, class.
Yeah, there's an automation rule for it. You can go in there and mess around with the automation rules. I haven't covered it yet. It's a future class. I will cover it. But yeah, you can go in there and mess with the automation rules and set it so where when one campaign ends, it automatically goes to the next one.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You bet. Mayar. Am I saying is it Mayar? Is that what it is?
Mayar. Mayar works.
Mayar. Okay, awesome. How are you? What's up?
Good, bud. I just want to know what's so besides using ads to warm up an account, a brand new account, what's a step-by-step method to warm up organically?
I'd stick with it. So you can, if you have, so there's a couple of things there. There's whatever happens automatically, and then there is what you can do manually to push at it. So, and then there's of course ads, right? So kind of like a pyramid or like 3 points, right? But so taking ads away for a second, there's whatever happens. So you can make good content. So you can replicate videos that are already working, right? So because the algorithms tend to like those, you can use popular sounds, you can use, popular hashtags, all that jazz. It's just like common, like almost like the SEO kind of effects of it. You can do that, but part of it is just like grinding away at it, because you're just gonna have to put it out there, and they're gonna give you some exposure because they don't trust you yet. And then you put some more out and they give you some exposure, and then it kind of gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as you go along. So there's that side of it, but also whatever you can do to drive at it. So let's say you already have an email list from another product that you can send them an email and say, hey, I just made this video. So like every day we send out an email. Every day I make like a video that's like, a 15-minute YouTube video or whatever. We send an email and say, hey, check out this video. So people go and watch it. And about a third of our views are from the email list. So that helps. If you have some other method, or you know somebody, or you work a deal with somebody, or be like, listen, you do this for your audience, and then I'll help you do this, or you can barter, whatever, anything that you can do to get somebody to get external eyeballs on that video is something you can do to help as well.
Okay. Is Ninja Talk still effective?
Ninja Talk. It's not something that I use. I'm not sure if Chase, if you drop a comment, if you use that or not, but I don't know. I mean, basically, so here's the answer. A lot of things can be effective and not effective at the same time, depending on how you use them. So
Okay.
Chase says it's probably not necessary. It kind of depends on whether or not you're using it in a way that is effective. So like we get on every single video, right?
Oh, Ninja
that
Pinner. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So same thing. So it's probably not necessary. The truth of the matter is that, like Alex says, patience and consistency is really important. And when they start when your content starts popping off because the platforms trust you, you're going to get a whole lot bigger in there. Like basically it boils down to it. If it works for you, great, but it's probably much faster. Like I look at it like this, like it's faster for me to go over here and earn $20 and then put $20 on ads than it is for me to spend the same amount of time scrolling around with Ninja Pinner for less of a result. So you can ask that same question in several different areas. Like what, if I'm going to spend an hour, what is the best value for that hour?
Yeah. I was just trying to figure out like with that. I just want to save some time figuring stuff out. So thank you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Looks like I think Eli is next here based on, again, I don't know who raised their hand, but go ahead, Eli.
No, just the same old thing every single week. Is just literally.
We love the same thing, Eli.
Well, you know my voice. I love the sound of my voice, don't I? Without a doubt, as everybody knows. No, it's just a situation that, just taking action. I see this every day, and I must admit, everybody is starting to gain some traction by taking action. And the people that are starting to do the little things, you don't have to take huge amount of action, just little things to get used to using your account or anything like that. If you don't have the confidence to take leaps, that's good. But to do something is better than doing nothing. Otherwise, you go nowhere very fast. So it's all very well. You paid the money to come on this course, right? So do something every single day. That's all I can say. Just do something. And so also don't worry about making mistakes. It's very important to make the mistakes to go forward, because you will do straight away. Nobody goes from 0 to 100 instantly. So look forward. My mindset is this. I look forward to making mistakes. And the reason being is because it's natural to do so. So if you look forward to doing that, every time you make a mistake, you improve on that and you get better and you start perfecting. But if you don't look forward to just getting on with it, you go nowhere. And there's a few people I know that are doing some great things because they just got on with it, made a few mistakes, a few weeks later, bam, they're making money. Yeah, so I hope that makes sense. Action.
Yeah.
As Ryan says, he likes the triple action. Action, 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 right? Ryan,
Right.
What are you going to say to me?
No, I think you're spot on. I actually heard a speaker and he said something that really interesting that made a difference for me. I love what you said about mistakes. And it hit me when he said this, and he said that, if you go around people and like, I've just always been successful in my life, I've never had any issues, I've never made any mistakes, that's not somebody that I really want to be around, because that's not somebody that can help me. That's not somebody I can learn from. But when you go and somebody's like, listen, I've made so many mistakes, you know, that's the person that you want to be around, because they have a whole lot of stuff that they can teach you and a whole lot of stuff that you can learn. And, you know, if you set out to just, yes, we all want to be successful, but don't set out so much to be successful. Set out to make the mistakes, because you can't really be successful until you've made the mistakes, because that's what gives you all of the things. That's like, it's like the foundation. Like when you look at the great people that are successful, like if you look at their foundation, it's a giant pile of mistakes that they made that allowed them to build the foundation. So I love what you said, Ibai.
And also at the same time is that network between all of you. Network together. What one person has made a mistake with, another person has done something together. When you put all your brains together, you've actually saved yourself some time. So because you don't have to make the same mistake that the other person next to you has made. So network between each other, learn from each other, share ideas with each other. Don't have any ego. Don't try and keep it to yourself, because you want to be the first one that invents the wheel, right? It's not about inventing a wheel. We're here to make profit and to make money. So work between each other, share each other's ideas, and share each other's mistakes, and you will compound massively and very quickly by doing that. Leave the ego at home. Don't reinvent the wheel. Learn what they are teaching and learn from each other. And then you go forward. You're here to make money, right, as quickly as possible. And if you want to do that, work with each other, discuss with each other, and don't have any problems putting their hands up and say, look, I've made a mistake, things aren't working right, and say that. Don't feel shame for saying in front of people, I've made a mistake, right? By saying that, people will just say, oh, come on, let's work it out. That's how I got around it. So work together and fall forward. All right, take it easy.
Yeah, I love it. Fall forward. That's awesome. Thank you, Eli. Spot on. All right. This is jumbling around. I think David is next. David, what's up? How are you? Can't hear you, David. Does it let you unmute? There we go.
I wasn't trying to ask her a question.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Okay.
No worries.
Thanks.
Well, good to see you here.
Well, good to see you, man. I appreciate all your efforts and all your work, man. I'm learning a lot. It's great.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. I appreciate
Okay.
it. I appreciate you showing up and taking action. At least.
Thank you very much, man.
You bet.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye. Jeremy, what's up? No question. All right. Zoom was wonking. Okay. Apparently that's on my end then, because I keep asking people that don't have questions. So if anybody else has a question, raise your hand right quick. Otherwise, let me double check the chat. And then I think we're good. To get emails that Chase is getting, you will need to create your then purchase domain name. Okay. Looks like some people can't join the messenger group. I'm not sure what the challenge is there. Obviously that's an offline issue. So if you can email support@chasereiner.com if you're having trouble getting into the messenger group, because there is a messenger group here for the short form riches. So we can do, like Eli was talking about, network. And of course there's the Facebook group, but the messenger group is kind of handy. If you have a problem, go ahead and jump in there.
Quickly. Just something.
Go for it.
In the messenger group, because I'm always in there. There's a lot of people that aren't in there. I can see there's approximately 70 to 80 people in the messenger group. So there's a massive amount of people not in there. Now, at the moment, we're all networking and we're all working together. You're missing out massively. You've paid for the course, come into the messenger group, contact support, and you'll get the support you need and network. So I would say, come into the messenger group and you'll get that support.
Yeah, absolutely. To answer your question, Mayar, there is a website that I came across. It's an organization. I think it's not open source is the wrong word, but it's kind of like a global thing where they teach you prompts for AI. If I find that, I'll bring that to the next class. I don't have it handy. I didn't save it. I didn't use it. I just looked at it. The website I just dropped in here, this Medium article. I know Medium sometimes limits the people that limits you on how many you can read. But I found it really useful with a lot of great information, and I'll talk more about that actually. Like this, I'll just show you some stuff in a different class. But if you want to jump ahead, it has like a ton of prompts you can use for Chat GPT, and it kind of is really just a great resource of what is possible. So looks like we got a couple more questions, Magnus and then Jeffrey, and then we'll close it down here and let you guys get to work on stuff. So Magnus, what's up?
Well, I just wonder about the warming up of the channel. Is that, you know, like in TikTok, that you have to have 1,000 followers before you can post links? Or what are you meaning with that? I mean, warming it up.
Sure. So that's kind of two things there. On the link side of it, well, on the warming up side of it, I guess, the way that the organic stuff works is obviously you post a video, right? And then somebody shoves it, or not somebody, but like TikTok and YouTube and whatever, they kind of shove it in front of so many people. So like you go and post a video right now, Magnus, and maybe Eli's scrolling and David's scrolling and I'm scrolling. And so we get that video right there in front of us, or it just shows up on you might be interested in, or for you, or whatever, right? So they don't put that in front of a lot of people. If your video starts to go viral and they find that tons of people are loving this and they're engaging with the right metrics and they're leaving comments and they're liking it with the heart and whatever, then they'll start putting it in front of more people. And if all those people love it, to put it in front of more people, and that's how you get a video that goes into millions of views. But basically, we all start out with very low trust from the platform. So until you get to 1,000 followers, and that's not exactly a magic number, but it's kind of like the area where it goes. It isn't a magic number for some things. That's when you get to that level, then they kind of consider you, all right, you've made it this far, you've stuck with it this long, people like you enough that we now are going to start to trust you, and they're going to put your video in front of more people as an offering and then see if those people watch it. On TikTok, that 1,000 follower mark is also, once you get 1,000 followers, you can do a creator account, I think it's called. I forget the name of it. Basically, once you get to 1,000 followers, they give you an option to switch your account to not a business account, and you can do that, but that's separate, like a creator account, and then you can put a link in the bio itself, like an actual clickable link.
Okay.
But it's all about the trust.
Yep. All right. Thanks.
You bet. Jeffrey, what's up?
Yes, sir. I was wondering about the prompts. You were talking about a site, and I noticed that Keith had sent a site called Prompt Base earlier. Was that the one you were trying to think about posting, or was it a different one?
It was a different one. It was a .org, but prompt based, like I just opened it up here, and it looks good too. So there's not a wrong answer. There's probably a ton of sites about like prompts and that sort of stuff, because the truth is when it comes to Chat GPT and AI in general, you're really just limited by your ability to ask quality questions. So which is prompts, right? Not necessarily a question, but a prompt, right? So the better the prompt, the better the input, the better the output. So the closer you can get to what you want is, you know, by doing that, you know, a better prompt. So in Chat GPT,
the better the description, the better the answer is going to be.
Yeah. And so 100%. So if you look at this Medium article that I posted up there as well, that's kind of a more concise thing. That's what I used. It doesn't really teach you anything. It just gives you a list of the things they used. And so I read that and extrapolated, and I was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. So I can do like a formal or an informal, optimistic, worried, friendly, curious, assertive, encouraging, surprised, or cooperative kind of tone. So I was like, okay, these are the tones I want because they're going to sell in this particular categories. And then I get the intent type, like to convince people. I get an audience type that's a general audience, not an expert. I get a style type that is an informal type. I get emotion, whether it's mild or strong. I get a domain like friendly, academic, business. And so like I set up all these categories and then set up score. There's like a scoring system for how technical you want it to be. And so I basically just said, all right, well, this looks good. This looks good. And I experimented with it. And so then now I have this like list, I call it a formula, but it's just this long list of things in Notepad. So I can put in like literally a title for a video. And then based on all these rules and things I have set up, Chat GPT gives me back a perfect description. And then I can go and throw in a bunch of more rules, and it gives me emails to send that are perfect and spot on. And then I can throw in some more rules, and it gives me a bunch of stuff for some other content that I'm doing. And all of this came out of like a single title, like one line. But it's just about understanding the prompts to give it to get what you want. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir, it does. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You bet. All right. Jeremy, looks like Jeremy's the last one here, and then we'll shut
Eli
it
got
down.
me on to something. So hey,
right.
we're grabbing some email lists, right? Have you slammed those into your Meta business, or it looks like TikTok can do you can upload your own list of customers, whether it's an email list or a pixel on your website, or targeting, which is giving you some direct targeting on there. Have you messed around with any of that?
Yeah, so you can do a lot of things with email lists, and I have on other projects done stuff with Facebook and lots of different stuff with the Pixel and making like audiences and that sort of stuff. On this particular thing, I haven't, because that's just not something I personally handle. Chase actually runs all of the ads, and so we haven't at length talked about like what strategies he's using to run the ads, because they're working. Basically, we're just both really busy, and so we spend a lot more time talking about how we can help the class members make money than we do about how we're like what we're doing in the ads versus like what I'm doing. But those can work well.
I know that when you're slamming that email into their like Facebook, then people get to see your stuff, content a little, it starts to hit there, especially if it's linked to an email. Their Facebook is linked to an email, then you get a little bit more targeting into them. So maybe your reels, pop open a little higher on their algorithm too.
Yeah, it just depends on what your focus is. Like right now, we're going to talk more about ads later on in this course, but right now we're still kind of at the like getting the channels warmed up kind of stage, and not really at any more advanced strategies like that. But definitely a lot of stuff like that can really work. It's kind of a moving target as the platforms change their rules, and then we have the whole privacy debate, but not going there. Anyways, yeah, so if you're using those and that's working, that's awesome. In fact, you'd be great if you went into the like the chat group and shared your results there, so that we can all benefit and that sort of stuff. By all means, yeah, jump in there. Awesome. All right, thank you, Jeremy. And looks like we're going to shut it down for now. Yeah, so there's still a lot of stuff going on here. We'll be back, of course, on Thursday with another class. In the meantime, check out the emails that we're sending if you need the content to promote, if you want to promote the new viral video vault. And I'm going to go ahead right quick, because somebody asked for it, drop in this giant wall of links as well. Don't forget, there's a link in there where you can get a free month of that, as the free month of the viral video content. And lastly, don't forget to go in the Facebook group. You can post about today's class. You can show a screenshot of something you're doing that's working. You can post whatever. Just make sure you use that short form riches hashtag so we can enter you in the contests for next week. Awesome. Love that you're loving it, Brian. And yeah, so all right, thank you very much, guys, and I will see you next week, and bye for now and take care.